YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah, back again with another video. And as you can tell from the title, today's video is just a quick what's in my productivity / YouTube work bag. So sometimes I go to cafes or Starbucks or someplace where I can sit down and work on editing my videos. Being in my house, although I film in my house and I can get a lot done, when I'm upstairs in my room or my beauty room, I get a tendency to lollygag. But when I'm outside the house, I can really get work done. But I needed a bag that I could carry and go with me when I go outside of the home. And so I picked up a new bag. Now, first I want to say, I also put in the title purse collection video because I am so proud of myself. I have minimized my purses down to 3 bags. That's right, I have 3 handbags. I used to be a purse hoarder, and if you guys have seen a previous video of mine, I talk about Poshmark and how I used to sell on there. I haven't sold as much as I used to, but I sold pretty much all of my bags on Poshmark. So I made a good little chunk of change from selling all my purses on Poshmark, I think earlier in this year, just because I wanted to minimize my collection and I also wanted to have a quality bag over quantities. I was the queen of going to H&M and Aldo to get my purses. That's only places I shopped at for my purses. Although they were cute and very in the moment bags, they never really lasted me as long as I needed them to. But if you guys saw my earlier this year video, I showed what's in my bag, and I had the Michael Kors Selma bag. I love this bag. I carry this bag non-stop, 365 every single day of my life. 1, mainly because I only have that bag, and 2, because it's a very sturdy, very quality bag. The other bag in my collection is a clutch. I just feel like I always have to have a clutch in your collection. That other bag, I guess it's called a satchel bag, will be considered satchel. This is a clutch bag when I'm going out. And then my newest bag that I have in my collection, or the 3rd bag that I have in my purse collection, is this bag. It is the Spade tote. I'll leave the name down below because off the top of my mind I can't recall what exactly it is called. But you guys know I'm a cheap person. I am incredibly cheap. I will insert a kind of clip of right now what I spent on this bag. I spent $125 and got a Kate Spade bag. Now I sell on Poshmark. I've sold on Poshmark, but I've never bought anything on Poshmark. I've made over $400 by selling everything that I don't use anymore on Poshmark. But I finally made my first purchase, so I was a first-time buyer. Now the bag was listed at $140, but I had a $20 Poshmark credit on my account, so I got it for $125, which you can't beat. I am a cheap person. And $125 for a Kate Spade tote bag, which it's pretty cute. If you guys can see, I think it's an adorable bag. But I got it for $125. Now, you have to do your research on Poshmark. I've been looking for a tote to be my number 3 bag because I only had those 2 bags. I got rid of all my Aldo and H&M bags because I said I want a Kate Spade tote. That's what I want. That's all I want. I'm going to save. I'm not going to splurge. Because if you've been following me on Snapchat or Insta stories, you guys know I'm all about my budget now. I'm all about spending not as ridiculously as old me spent and trying to be more frugal McDougal, if that makes sense. So I said if I buy a new bag, if I add something to my collection, I have to get rid of the things that I'm not using. And so I searched and scoured on Poshmark for a Kate Spade tote, and it never came up. Sometimes they look too cheap. On Poshmark, you gotta really shop smart. It's like a hoard of stuff, and you gotta make sure it's authentic, at the same time it's affordable, and at the same time it's something that you want. I looked at the bag, it said it's in excellent condition. I look at the reviews for the person who's selling the bag to make sure they have valid reviews, and then I purchased the bag. So I have been scouring for about 6 months looking for the right Kate Spade tote, and then all of a sudden it popped up maybe like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, this is it. When I got it, I was not disappointed. On Poshmark, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like Uptown Cheapskate, Plato's Closet, but online, if that makes sense. So if you don't like a purchase, of course, you can send it back. It says it's sponsored by Poshmark, by the way. They don't even know I'm doing this. This is the bag. It is the black tote by Kate Spade, the small tote. I had a whole bunch of cheap bags, but you can't beat having a quality bag over 100 crappy bags. And I had 100 like bags that will fall apart on me in quite some time. And my Michael Kors Selma bag, this has lasted the test of time. So yes, let's see what's inside my extremely frugal Kate Spade tote. So like I said, this is my productivity YouTube bag. So this isn't what I would carry on a day-to-day basis. This is what I would carry if I'm like, you know, I gotta head out, I need to go somewhere, and I'm gonna work on my YouTube stuff. Or if I'm going to visit my family, sometimes my family can have cookouts and barbecues, and sometimes I'm in the corner, you know, working on my YouTube thing. I really love working on my YouTube stuff, and wherever I am, you guys can bet that I'm somewhere, you know, working on YouTube things. So in my bag, I have my planner. Of course, you guys know I have my budget planner, but this is my YouTube Holy Grail book. This is my planner specifically for what I'm going to do in terms of editing, in terms of marketing my videos, in terms of filming stuff. I only film on Saturdays, as you guys know, so what I'm going to film on that upcoming Saturday or the next Saturday and all that, I plan that ahead, and I keep this with me. It's the Day Designer. I got it from Target, not the Real Day Designer, because the Real Day Designer about $50. This was $12.99, I believe, at Target. So child budget. The next thing I keep in here is my iPad. You guys know I don't edit anything on my computer. I don't use my computer hardly for anything when it comes to YouTube at all. It's an iPad mini, so once again, me being frugal, it's my iPad mini, and I use it. I edit everything on the iMovie app, and then I have the new app that I use for my thumbnail, my video. So if you notice things pop up now, I have an app for that. YouTube app, all that, everything I use to edit my pictures is on here. So there's no fun and games on this iPad. Unfortunately, this is just for my YouTube stuff and everything that comes with it being on YouTube. So my iPad mini. Next, of course, if I'm going anywhere, I need my wallet, so have to have that. Advil, because I no matter where I go, I always run into a headache situation. I don't know, probably need to get that checked out somewhere, but I do have quite often a lot of headaches sometimes, and I have to keep Advil with me. External charger, of course, because this came so much in handy wherever I am and I need an external. I'll link down below where I got this one from particularly, but I got it from Amazon. It's just a regular external. It looks like an iPhone. It's very sleek, which I really like, but it has 2 ports, so I can charge 2 different devices at the same time. This came in handy when I went on my DC trip. If you guys know, when I was in DC, I needed to charge both my phone and my camera, and so it had a port for each, and I was so lucky. But of course, you have to make sure this is charged before you go anywhere else, so I was so fortunate. I always keep this with me. This has come in handy and paid for itself over and over again. The next thing I take with me is my camera. You guys are probably wondering, how are you filming on a camera? But I also have a camera. That's my old camera. This is my new camera. If you guys didn't see, I got the Sony A500. I got the international version because I am so cheap, which means you have to switch the language back to English, which I had to YouTube how to do that because it took some time. But it was really worth the price. If you guys know, this camera, it keeps messing up on me, and I'm hoping and praying that it doesn't happen in this video. But the camera that I used to use, which I love so much, is failing on me at every point. So I have this new camera. It's almost identical to my previous camera, so that's why I got it, mainly because I wanted something that was almost similar, but the lens is a lot different. I'll leave the link down below, but just keep in mind, if you do purchase a camera like this that says international version, you're probably gonna have to switch the language on it. Next, I keep headphones in here. And last but not least, a lot of people ask me, how do you edit on your iPad, or how do you get your stuff from your camera to your iPad? What you have to have is a adapter like this, and I'll leave it down below. It's just an adapter that hooks into your iPad at the bottom. So if I were to edit something, I would just hook this into my iPad, hook whatever adapter comes with your phone. So you know, iPhones have their little USB cameras, Samsung, everything has a USB to it. So I would have the USB that comes with the camera, phone, whatever you're using it. So whatever you film on, it always should come with a USB. So you just click the USB in there, you click the device to your camera. So in this case, this is the adapter for the camera that I'm using right now, and then the camera will pop up, and then you can import and export all the photos just like you would do with a normal computer. So but this piece is key, so you have to have this if you're going to use an iPad or a phone or anything to edit your clips. So yeah, everything I present to you guys, I always try to present to you guys in the most cost-effective way, but also the quality be good. And that's what I looked for in my bag. I looked all over for a Kate Spade tote. Everything was giving me like $300, you know, $350, $250, and I was like, y'all know I'm cheap. So I got this, like I said, on Poshmark. I scoured Poshmark forever, so if you were looking for this one particular bag from Poshmark and you can't find it, just scour for a while. Just like keep looking. All I did was search Kate Spade tote, and it finally came up one day when I was searching for it. So I say incredibly, it's an amazing site. You guys definitely need to check it out. Don't be afraid of secondhand stuff too. Like I said, this had no spills there, and they'll let you know online if there's a scuff on it, if it's spill, if it comes from a home that has it's smoke free, pet free, all that, so you guys know what you're gonna get. The seller that I use had probably over 200 sales, so I knew it was a reputable seller on there too. So make sure if you ever buy anything on Poshmark or any kind of place, make sure you check it out first and do your research and make sure you're getting the best for your money. So yes, that was my mini what's in my productivity bag slash purse collection slash everything video. If you guys enjoyed, let me know by liking this video. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel to not miss a thing. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Lavon89. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat at Miss Talia89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.